Namaste everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the Learners Podcast. I'm your host Jaiveer Malik, and today we have with us Arindam Choudhury, who is a student of Integrated M.Sc-Ph.D program at TIFR Hyderabad. Arindam did his B.Sc in chemistry from Pondicherry University. Thereafter, he appeared for the TIFR exam and got selected to be interviewed at the TIFR Mumbai and TIFR Hyderabad campuses. Thereafter, he got selected at TIFR Hyderabad for the Integrated M.Sc-Ph.D program in chemistry, and where he is studying currently. Today, he is with us to share his experience regarding the TIFR written exam, TIFR interviews, and the overall experience of the TIFR Integrated M.Sc-Ph.D program at TIFR Hyderabad. So, I welcome you, Arindam, on this podcast, and thank you for joining us.
Hi everyone, I'm Arindam. So this is a great opportunity for me to be present in this podcast. Thanks, Jaiveer, for giving me this opportunity. So I think this is a great initiative because like when I was preparing for my interviews or like my written exam for TIFR, I couldn't find many videos or any information regarding and the information broker also produced very less information, but the thing is, I really appreciate this kind of what is it, help for the upcoming batches who are going to appear for this exam or appear for this interview in this very so-called unique institute.
Please tell us briefly about your up to 12th class or so, early life.
So basically, like I am from a very remote area of India, which is like my place is called Tinsukia. It's a small town in Assam. So here the educational background is like not everyone gets a good exposure, but mostly I did my education up to class 12th in one school itself. It is Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya. So I had in 12th, 11th and 12th, I had the combination of physics, chemistry, maths, biology because I like wanted to have a secure this thing. Like what is it? Like if you leave biology, then you may not get some opportunities in biology. Then I can't leave maths because we can't leave maths because it just
Yeah.
kills many of the job opportunities or
Mhm.
fields. So I did PCMB, and so first, initially, I was in the mindset of doing MBBS and through NEET, but I figured it out. It's not my cup of tea, and I didn't want to like what we say invest in a drop because it was again an uncertainty. So I chose to do chemistry. Initially, I thought of doing statistics, but I tried it in a state university. It didn't work out well. So I chose chemistry. Then through CVT, I got selected in almost all central universities. So in this, so like Pondicherry University released their merit list first.
Okay.
So I went there.
Okay. And you had I guess, a 5-year program, right? A B.Sc
Yeah,
MSc.
Pondicherry University, like again, the uncertainty, again, I joined a integrated MSc course there.
Yeah.
So in Pondicherry, I chose a 5-year integrated MSc chemistry course. So there it was like a, what do you say? They try to shove everything in the, like as a uniform manner. So basically what they do is like some portion of the MSc course they integrated beforehand in B.Sc level. So the syllabus in B.Sc is a bit advanced than those with a
Normal
usual
B.Sc.
B.Sc or B.Sc honors course.
Yeah. Okay. And did you take an exit after the B.Sc 3 year?
Yeah, yeah. I took an exit from Pondicherry University with a 3 years B.Sc code, B.Sc level. For that, we have to complete 120 credits. So I had
Okay.
that fulfillment. So I took an exit and joined TIFR Hyderabad as a I.Ph.D scholar.
And what was your preparation journey? How academically rigorous was your B.Sc? And how did you prepare for the competitive exams like JAM or TIFR or any, if you
Yeah, so like as I mentioned, the syllabus was actually quite good in terms of for cracking any exam because mostly all the syllabus that was taught in our integrated MSc courses were like very closely allied to the allied to the syllabus of our competitive exam. For example, IIT JAM or TIFR GS. So the thing is, I start my preparation like slowly. I started my preparation in the first year itself. Like I had the cushion of my continuing masters in Pondicherry University itself, but still, like I wanted to go for something better. So what I did is like initially itself, like I started small strategies like how to go through like what is it? How to go beyond the third year, right? So because if I'm in a comfort state, then like I
Yeah,
couldn't get out of there because
yeah.
it's a 5 year course and I will get my master's somehow from there, right? So like the course work was quite rigorous there, and like attendance was very harshly what they monitored. So 75% criteria have to be fulfilled under any cost, and like the coursework was yeah, it was quite hefty, not very easy to pass, especially organic chemistry and quantum mechanics.
Yeah. How did you go about your preparation for the entrance exam, like the PG entrance exam? How did you do that?
Yeah. So actually, mainly my like what do you say? My main focus started from second year. So on when I was in second year, I took coaching from PW. So like so that forced me to be in a mindset of seriousness because like it had lot of classes and it was very hard to cover all the time. So I had to lock in, as they say. So so the thing is, for IIT JAM, I was mainly focusing on TIFR was a side quest. So
Yeah.
like my main mindset was like I should get TI, like I have to get TIFR, but I never expected to get TIFR because it's like usually they just take 6 students, so it's like picking a needle out of a haystack. So like I never expected. So I just generally prepared for my JAM exam. And my main thing was to like study mostly whatever I can from the second and third year. Like what I used to do is like I used to go to library in the morning and study the classes, and then I used to attend my classes. And like there was a lot of courses because to cover those 120 credits, I have to what do you say, take many courses. So for that, I have had very less time to actually prepare for my what is it, this exam. So what I used to do is after class also I used to go to library and sit till midnight and return back.
Okay. Okay. Great. So you prepared for, I guess, from Sakar batch, right?
Yeah, Sakar batch.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you took in the second year itself.
Yeah, second year itself. Like second year and like they provided 1 year before, right? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I took it in October
October 23, right? Or 2025.
2020, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
2020, something like that. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Okay. Okay. No issues. Yeah. So how did your jam and the exams? How did they go?
Yeah, so actually, Jam went a disaster because I didn't focus on the time. So, but like it wasn't that bad because I got interview calls from all the ICES.
Yeah.
Then, but it was not good enough to get a good IIT.
Okay.
So, so there was like I got the interview calls as well. That TIFR was there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so that thing about TIFR is like I never prepared for it because like during that time we had our NSEM examinations. So
December.
I
Yeah.
was yeah December. So mostly like just 2 days before. So TIFR GS was there on 8th of
8th
December.
December. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and 6th December was my last exam for last time exam. So
Okay.
like uh, so there was no time to study for this because I had to carry a good CGPA. Like that was also my mindset. So there was very less time to study for like there was practically no time to study for TIFR. So just whatever I studied earlier, I just took that in my brain and went. So my exam was in Chennai. So I at that time I was in Pondicherry. So I had to travel one day earlier to Chennai because the Chennai center was also located in some remote village.
Okay.
Yeah. So one of my friend's father hosted us for that stay.
How was your performance in the TIFR written exam, if you would like to say?
Yeah, so like TIFR written exam is quite a unique one. So actually they ask 40 questions and give you 3 hours to answer those. So it's like plus three minus one system in which a correct answer yields you 3 marks and a wrong one subtracts one. So the thing is, the question pattern was quite unique than other exam. And the people who are wanting to join integrated PhD or PhD have to appear the same question paper.
Yeah.
So mostly they focused on physical chemistry and mathematics.
Yeah.
So there were many graphical questions. If I'm not wrong, it was around 4 to 5 graphical questions, as well as there were many physical chemistry questions. I don't remember many, but the collective weightage of organic was quite low, and inorganic was like moderate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is like what they suggest is like you don't have to attempt all the questions. They suggest is like you have to go for a lower number of questions, and they also focus on if the accuracy is good. So, but I chose something else. So, so I went for maximum attempts and like what do you say? But thankfully, many of my I think I got around 85 to 90% of the answers correct.
If you
So
could share the exact number of questions you attempted and
yeah,
the margin correct.
so I attempted 34 questions after the 40 questions.
40.
Yeah. So, I only attempted 17 questions, but when I saw that 17 questions are a bit too low, so then I started with option elimination and I went till 34. So out of the 34, I think 28 or 29 questions of were correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think because of that option elimination method only, I could secure this position.
Okay, and on the basis of your correct questions, like 27, 28, which you mentioned, so you got calls from both to Mumbai and Hyderabad, right? For the Int-PhD program. Yeah. And so, how
Yeah,
many students do they usually call for the interviews at both the campuses? If you could tell the number.
yeah. So like it varies every year. So in our batch, they invited 24 students in Mumbai campus for interviews, and 31 students, which one of them is you also, in for TIFR Hyderabad interview.
So, what is the procedure after you get the selection of the list is released on the website, right? So, what is the process after the release of the shortlist candidates for the interview?
Yeah, so like after shortlisting, what they do is like they send you a individual mail, right? For like both TIFR Mumbai and TIFR Hyderabad will send you mails, individual mails. So the thing is for TIFR Mumbai, they release the what do you say result a bit faster than TIFR Hyderabad.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think I got my result 3 4 days earlier for TIFR Mumbai. So automatically when I got that, I knew that I will also be shortlisted for Hyderabad.
yeah.
So yeah, so TIFR Mumbai they send you Google Forms in which they you have to like type your name and all your credentials. Along with that, you also have to get 2 letter of recommendations, and that like those are the letter of recommendations will be different for both TIFR Hyderabad and TIFR Mumbai.
Okay,
So also you need a statement of purpose. So based on that only, the statement of purpose is very important in this case because based on that also they will ask you questions in the interview. Then like in that interview letter only your interview date and all will be mentioned, and also they will also attach a way in which they will uh, give you travel allowance for the travel. So they also provide third sleeper tickets. Like they also include that sleeper tickets from the
Yeah.
nearest station of your correspondence to TIFR. It is like for both the institutes, TIFR Hyderabad as well as TIFR Mumbai.
Okay. Yeah, so I would like to ask you to please highlight your interview experience in both the Mumbai and Hyderabad campuses. What was the overall scenario of the interview? How many rounds were there? And what was the duration of the interviews of both the campuses? What were the questions asked? And like, how should a student prepare for the interview if they're getting shortlisted in this chemistry stream?
Yeah, so the thing is, interview experience of both TIFers were very good actually. So they have their entire thing planned out. They don't leave you as such. So the thing is, in for Mumbai campus, they called us in early in the morning and like they briefed us about the institute and like they congratulated us for being there. Then like actually they explain everything that is going to happen. So for us what happened was like they took the interviews in for 2 days, so they split us into two groups. So half of the group will have their interviews on the first day itself and the second half will have the on the other day. So the thing is between those interviews they also plan lab visits.
Okay.
So in those lab visits, they show us all the different labs in TIFR Bombay. So in TIFR Bombay, it has departments. So we all like we went through all the almost all the labs in TIFR Bombay. So the now coming to the interview part. So TIFR Mumbai, my interview was around 40 minutes. So that is considered quite a long. But the good thing is like the interview panel is decided based on your SOP. So,
Okay.
mostly people will be there. Like at least one professor will be there from the field that you have chosen. So, I have written my SOP based on material sciences for TIFR Mumbai. So there, they initially made me very comfortable, and then they started asking. And the first question was based on graphs. So for preparation into like, if you want to get into TIFR, one thing is there: you have to know graphs and you have to understand graphs.
Yeah.
So like how a graph moves and why it moves. So gave me a combination of sinusoidal and exponential graphs combination, and like they asked me to figure out it step by step. Like they don't expect us to just remember the graph. They like they even helped me to find out. So like
Yeah.
if we combine a sinusoidal and exponential graph, so we can find the answer as such. And then they asked me a few questions from spectroscopy. They asked from infrared spectroscopy. Then they also asked me from material science, mostly from the topics that I have chosen. And that's what I would recommend everyone. So actually, interviews are quite unpredictable. So it varies from people to people. But what I would suggest is at least you should prepare for the topics that you have written in your statement of purpose. So because that is your interest, right? So you should be quite deep into your interest. So they're not like they won't ask you questions from here and there. They would try to relate and correlate questions, and eventually they will ask you something that is how they will suggest. Like from the initial experience itself, they can judge how a student will be.
Yeah.
So now coming, TIFR Mumbai interview was quite okay for me.
Okay.
Then
And how many professors were there in the interview board, if you'd like to say?
yeah, in my board there were four professors, were
Okay,
like
four professors. Yeah.
four professors.
And how many boards were there for the interviews?
There are I think around four or five
Four
boards.
boards. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like based on our what do you say, SOP,
Preference.
they
Yeah.
give you those boards, but it is not mandatory as well, because some people may get other boards as well. Uh, and for interviews, there will be PhD students as well. So
Okay.
there
Yeah, yeah.
might be like for TIFR Mumbai interview, my interview was the last one of that batch.
Okay.
So if it is late, so everyone will leave, but we should not get disappointed by that.
Okay. Also about you mentioned that main topics of focus in the interview would be from your SOP. So if you would
Yeah.
like to tell something about the SOP, like how should a student who has been shortlisted and is watching this video, how should he or she approach the SOP? How should he or she try to frame the SOP? And what were the main things in your SOP that made you stand out and made you get selected at TFR Hyderabad?
So yeah, so how to write a SOP is a very good question. So what I would suggest is to not not over exaggerate it too much. We should write it very simple, and what I would suggest is we should write it to what interests us. So basically, whatever interests us in chemistry, maybe everyone has a different choice. So why that interests us, and what we are in future, what perspectives are there in that subject. So we should write about that. So if I am studying a particular thing, so how is will it be helpful in society, and what research I want to do it on that topic. So it should be simple, and that's enough. And it should not be like 2 3 pages or something. It should be about what we think the subject is, what future perspectives we see on that, and that's enough for it.
So I would like to add one thing, like when we are writing, we should maintain an authenticity, right? I think we should not be what we are not, right? As you
Yeah.
said earlier, yeah. So if you're writing the SOP, you should try to get an idea of the interested subject.
Mm.
You're interested in organic, inorganic, physical, whatever that is, materials, or if
Yeah.
you're interested in theoretical computational, topological, whatever that is, you get a basic idea of that. What is the subfield in that field that interests you the most?
Mm.
And then try to think of something novel that you can do. I
Yeah.
think I'm putting it right.
Yeah,
From
exactly.
my
That's
experience
it.
also,
That's
when
it.
I talked to the people over there in the interview also, uh, they were also trying to, they are trying to catch the scientist inside you, if I may
Yeah.
frame it that way.
That's exactly how it is. So, we should not write something that is out of the blue, like some new research. That is not what they want. They want something, and also mind it that, the institutes, right? They will only be able to support something that they are studying, like they are interested in. You can't just go and tell, okay, I'm interested in geology.
Yeah.
So that is not a possibility. Like it might be connected somehow to biology, something, but that is up to how you approach it and how you have to, like, what do you say? Uh, Basically, the thing is you have to tell them how you are useful to them.
Mhm. Okay, so that was about the TFR Mumbai campus, right? So, please tell us about your experience at the TFR Hyderabad interview.
Yeah, so TIFR Hyderabad actually, it's much more unique than TIFR Mumbai. So it has a departmentless structure, and it doesn't have any department. So once we get in, we can study whatever we want. So when I was my statement of purpose for TIFR Hyderabad mostly revolved around NMR spectroscopy, because at that time, like, I was studying NMR, and like it greatly interested me. So that's what I wrote about. So I, as well as I wrote a small bit about material sciences, but mostly I wrote about NMR because I found it very very interesting in that time. So similarly, TIFR Hyderabad, they called us for interview, and again my interview was on the second day. So the thing is, TIFR Hyderabad, we went and they just gave us the information similar to TIFR Mumbai. So they called, there were, I think, more benches in TIFR Hyderabad. And in my bench there were three people.
Okay.
So TIFR Hyderabad interview was around 50 minutes, so which was a bit more. So in TIFR Hyderabad, I went for the interview, and like they asked me about my interest, and I told my thing about NMR, because I told like NMR I was interested, and they asked me to explain NMR. So I explained NMR. Then they asked me like what other in like. Then they asked me a graphical question again. So so that was quite a difficult graphical question. Then what they did is like they wanted to test me more on that. So they told me to differentiate it and plot it again. So
Okay.
I differentiated it, and like when I tried to plot, I like they helped me actually. They helped me a lot while plotting those graphs, and like they are very supportive. They just want to see like how we approach the question, and if
Okay.
we are in the right track, they will like uplift you like anything, and will like help you to reach to that goal. Yeah. So after differentiating, they told us to plot the graph. So after that, they asked me another question from sequence and series, so which I was not able to answer because I was not like I haven't revised it for a long time. Still, they helped me to like try to get that answer out of me, but I couldn't do it. So then, like we went for like they asked me more about my interest. Then I told about coordination chemistry. So they asked me few questions about coordinations. Then we went to organometallics as well. Then after that we went to biomolecules. They asked me for drawing some structures. Maybe like I draw the hemocyan in these groups.
Okay.
So they asked me some other questions as well, like about partial pressure of oxygen in blood and
Mhm.
similar questions as well. And with that, they ended the interview. Then, like during interview, they also asked why we want to do PhD in both of the scenarios. So, like that's up to you how you approach, because like everyone has different reasons of doing a PhD. So they ask which field are we interested in as per earlier, and like why TIFR. We also have to tell them why it is what we prefer.
Okay. Okay. And how did you feel after the TI for Hyderabad interview?
Actually, I didn't thought I would get selected because like actually the interviews were not that bad, but the thing is uh, like they help you so much right during the interview. So like we wouldn't know if we will get selected because the criteria they use I think is very unique because yeah. So, what I think is also that some students who did very excellent in like their JAM exams or others might not get a call for selection, right?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know what their criteria is, but what I would suggest is to just be yourself. Don't try to
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
So if the thing is if they figure out that you are just trying to act or be someone you are not, then definitely that is a gone thing. Like just be yourself. That's what helps in those interviews.
Okay. Okay. And then you joined, then you got a selection letter, I guess, of the mail, right? And then
Yeah,
what happened?
like initially I got shortlisting mail from TIFR Bombay. So what happened is TIFR Bombay, I was in the waiting list. So I was in the sixth waiting list, and unfortunately this year TIFR Bombay only took three students. Usually they take six students, three day scholars and three research scholars.
Okay.
So yeah, so as fate had it, I didn't get what we say selection letter, but then TIFR Hyderabad mail came, and I got in the merit itself from TIFR Hyderabad.
Okay.
So yeah. So they just tell us to confirm that we'll be agreeing for the uh, what do you say? For like we are accepting the admission, then for that we have to just send them a hostel deposit, and they confirms our seat.
2,500, I guess it is the amount, right?
No, it was 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
5,000, yes.
So we have to send 5,000 rupees as a hostel deposit. And
Hostel deposit.
like, is there any kind of stipend for the MSc and like the Int-PhD course? Is there any kind of stipend in the TIFR?
Yeah, so stipend is actually one of the best thing that we get from TIFR, which is even better than NetJRF.
Yeah.
So why it is better? The thing is, TIFR initially, like TIFR Hyderabad gives integrated PhD 25,000 per month for the first year. Then with a 30,000 contingency, which we can use for buying books or laptop or iPad or whatever. That is for the first year. Second year, it is enhanced to JRF level, that is 37,000, and we get an annual contingency of 60,000.
Wow.
And on the third year, or the year in which we register for our PhD, we will get 42,000 and 60,000 HRA for not HRA, sorry, contingency, and till we have completed our PhD. And there is an extension period of 6 months if we are unable to finish our PhD within like 6 years. And yeah, so another thing is like regarding accommodation and other fees. So actually we don't have to pay any fee, and this 5,000 hostel deposit is also refunded at the end of our uh, 6 years. And also this one, what do you say, if we choose not to take hostel, then they give us HRA, that is I think 18%.
Okay. Okay. So is there any provision for a student to take exit after MSc in the Integrated MSc PhD program? So can a student exit with the MSc degree, or do they have to complete the whole 6 or 6.5 years course with the PhD at TIFR?
Yeah, so the thing is, they have also the provision to for a MSc exit. So the thing is, if we in halfway we decide that okay, like maybe a research or like a research program is not for me, or if we get a option for a foreign PhD or a other institute for our own reasons, so we can take a MSc exit. But the catch is we have to like what do you say? We have to complete 3 years for a MSc, and it will be a MSc research degree rather than a classical MSc degree. So the thing is, first, since you mentioned this, so I will also talk about the structure of this course.
Yeah.
So initially there will be coursework. So a integrated PhD student have to take 10 courses in the terms of 3 years, or like before registration for PhD. So the thing is, first year we have to first year there will be two projects. So project A1 and project A2, and after that there is a project B. So in project A1 and A2, we have to we can select labs in which we want to rotate. Just like it will be a 1.5 months each lab rotation. So using that we can have a good enough idea about the lab, how does the lab work, is the PI suitable, depending on how we match our frequencies. So the thing is, after project A1 and A2, we can actually go for further rotations, but at least two are mandatory.
Okay.
So after project A1 and A2, we have to choose one lab in which we want to do a project B. So the project B will be a longer, what do you say, longer project. It will be of 3 months. And after that, we have to submit that project, and then we can start towards our master's thesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
from the like you can start the master thesis from the second semester or the second year, like the third semester.
yeah, like as soon as you finish your project B. So usually what happens is, uh, you can actually start your work with project B itself, because if you select a topic that is closely allied to your master's thesis, so you can do project B, which can be continued with your master's thesis. So similarly, if you are planning to like continue the 6 years integrated PhD, so you can choose a topic that will be continued to your PhD as well.
Okay.
So this continuation actually helps us to like reduce that timeline for doing the PhD and masters together.
Okay. Okay.
But it is not necessary. Like it is what generally people do.
Okay. So if you have a project in mind that you want to pursue your PhD in, you can start from the project B itself. And I'm
Yeah.
asking, when do you have to do the project B? Is it after the first semester, or is it within the first semester only? When can we start the project B?
So project B starts with I think second semester, or like it can start as you finish your rotations. So the thing is the before project B there will be another 1.5 months, so in which you can do a third rotation as well. But project B will generally start from the end of the second semester. So maybe the second year.
Okay. So from the second year, in a general case, from the second year, you'll start your project B, and then you'll complete a 3 month project, and then you'll start a master thesis.
The thing is, project B is only of 3 months. So the thing is, it will be starting from the end of the second semester. Then it will be continuing till it will be finished by the end of third semester.
Okay.
So from that we can start working towards our master's thesis.
Okay. That you'll have to submit at the end of the third year,
End of the
at
third
the
year.
end of sixth semester.
Like that is the last portion. So even we can submit it before and also if it is finished and start with our PhD work. So
Okay.
like rather than telling it as a like fraction, it is a continuum kind of thing.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
there is just for the clarity of the viewers, I was trying to, detail it out. That's why, so they get a better
Mhm.
understanding of the coursework. Okay. And how is the academic and the curriculum? Is it rigorous, or is it friendly towards the preparation of competitive exam? If any student wants to prepare for GATE or NET or BARC exam, like how is it
Mm.
compatible or not?
Yeah, so actually we get a catalog of courses that we can choose, and as we know that there are very less students, so there will be 5 to 6 students in a course. And the good thing is like since it's a departmentless structure, we can choose courses from almost all the branches. Maybe like biology and physics are also like open for us. So depending on our research interest, maybe if I'm interested in say biology, so I can go for some biology courses, right? So the coursework is actually quite rigorous here, and like it is not like other masters syllabus, I think, because like they focus too much deeply on one topic rather than teaching many topics altogether. So, but that is also a disadvantage in like because it doesn't ally with the syllabus of net or gate.
Mhm.
So I won't say it is impossible to create clear net or gate, but it will be tougher than studying in any other institute, which are not research. I won't say research center, which have syllabus that are allied to net or gate.
Okay, but I think if a student is pursuing their integrated M.Sc-Ph.D program at TIFR, they don't need to prepare for NET, I guess, because they don't need to
Yeah.
clear that exam, right? So if they are planning to continue their PhD from the TIFR only, I think it is not necessary to clear any other exam at that stage.
Yeah, it is not a necessary, but necessity. But the thing is, after a few years, let's say we want to do become a professor, then we'll need a lectureship. What we say, a qualification from net. So that is what is required.
Okay.
And let's say someone wants to exit the course, then they might need
Then
a
they will.
gate rank for like applying for PSUs or something else.
Okay. So, Arindam, if you could please share about the research areas that are being explored at TIFR Hyderabad. Like, what are the research areas that the professors are currently working on, and what can a student expect to work on at the TIFR Hyderabad?
Yeah. So actually, once you join TIFR, there is no compulsion that you have to carry whatever your SOP had. So it's a interdisciplinary course. So what happens is all the professors are also working on interdisciplinary subjects. No one is like strictly working on biology, physics, or chemistry. Everyone works like that's how I think how science works. We should not be in a particular mindset that okay,
Rigid,
I will
yeah.
only do chemistry, I'll only do biology, I only do physics. Like not that. So what is unique about TIFR Hyderabad is that they focus on three aspects. That is light, matter, and life. So yeah, so actually that's what their logo stands for, not logo, like their idea is. So their labs are designed in all those ways. So light, we have photonics labs, and now they're expanding with a petawatt laser that will be like the second in India. So another aspect they are working is matter, that is material sciences. They are working in what do you say, MOFs and SCOFs, then also about semiconductors, then different aspects. Then life, they are working on proteins. They are also working on what do you say, brain cells, then brain's immune system. Then there, then mainly also another thing in light there is NMR. So TIFR Hyderabad also host this one, National High Field NMR spectroscopy. Yeah, so the thing is, if you are very much interested in doing interdisciplinary science, so maybe biophysics, biochemistry, chemical biology, then physical chemistry, like anything is possible in TIFL Hyderabad. And another good thing is like if you have something that you want to like develop, that is also a possibility. Like the thing is, if you have a very good idea, everyone is welcome to like they will welcome you with a very open mind, and they will ask you how you want to go for it and what is your idea. So the best thing and another good thing about TIFR Hyderabad is like we can call our professors with their name without using the word sir,
Okay.
because what they think is like everyone here is of equal importance and no one needs to be called sir. Even the director is like we can directly call him by his name. So there are many labs who use instrumentations that they have developed. They have like designed it and sent to the workshop that is inside TIFR, and they have created like there is different microscopes that are very sensitive, that is not even available in what is market. So which are only developed by people for themselves for their own research. So that customizability is also a very good area. So it's not like that since we don't have that equipment, we can't do research there. So we, if we don't have that equipment, we create that. So that's the great mindset that is there.
Yeah.
And also, there are many conferences that will help us in what do you say, understanding different frontiers, I think. So mostly there are many foreign visitors that will come to the institute and share their research. So if we attend to those conferences, we can know about their how they work and what kind of things they are working. So also we are open to collaborate with any institute that one like that helps us in our research. So, and they highly motivate us to attend this conference because since it's a departmental structure, so if we attend any physics or even biology conferences, we can get something and put it in our research. And also, like let's just deviating a little bit from the topic. We also have a very good research methodology course. So in that they help us very well in understanding how to do research. They like tell from basics and like if you are in a mindset that, oh, I don't know anything about research, I can't come here. That's not something. It's like they will teach you everything and train you from the ground level till like you are on your own. So and there is no, what do you say, barrier in asking for help. We also have a we have many excellent science writers who help us write our journals and all. Then they are also very approachable and very helpful in like solving any issues.
Okay. Okay. And now there is one big question, that is, like, if a student is getting an option to choose between integrated MSc PhD, that is IPhD, and MSc, the traditional 2-year MSc course at some other institute, and versus IPhD at some other institute, be it ISC, ISER, or TIFR. So, what, like, you are a IPhD student, I am an MSc
Yeah,
student. Let's discuss on why should a student choose, or why should a student not choose IPhD after
yeah,
their BSc.
yeah. So the thing is, it's entirely about a student. Okay, so like how he thinks and what are his goals, professional goals or academic goals, right? So the thing is, I think a student who is like mostly focused on getting a job and I would suggest they just go for a regular MSc course, because here like actually they train you very hard to become a hardcore researcher. So maybe like I think some skills that are required for a person who would seek for a job or a competitive exam like GATE for a PSUs, it will be quite hard to like clear from TIFR, because they teach you certain things in like very depth, but certain things might not get covered through the syllabus. And also it will be quite a hectic schedule because there are labs, you have to work towards your project somehow or the other. So basically you will get time, but the thing is that time will be quite hard to manage between two completely different things. So, but I would suggest is a person who is certain that they want to do a PhD. Like at that point, I won't tell that, okay, like because scenarios change, right? So at that scenario, if a person is like sure that they want to do a PhD, only then they should choose a integrated PhD. Otherwise, I think a MSc will be much better choice because it gives you a flexibility of like uh, deciding later that okay, like I want to do job or I want to do a PhD or I want to do a PhD in a institute which is other than TIFR or maybe foreigns. Like foreigns also have many good perspectives, right? So another thing is like now coming to the advantage of IPSD is the fellowship. But
Okay.
and it also later on, if you decide that okay, this research job is not for me, then there is option for exit. Now for MSc, as I told already, this what do you say? The syllabus aligns with the syllabus of the competitive exam, so it is much easier to crack. Now coming between choosing a different institute between TIFL, it mainly is the differences of the research areas. So yeah, what I would say is like if you see the areas which TIFR is working towards, you'll find a pattern that is like as I said in TIFR Hyderabad, they mostly focus on light matter lights. So if we have something other focus, maybe for example astrophysics or something that is not what TIFR Hyderabad does at least. So you may choose a institute which supports others, but the benefit in TIFR is like it's a very concise institute. Like there are very low students, so each student is very precious for them compared to any other institute. Because
Yeah.
even other great institutes like JNCSRs, right? They take much more students than TIFR. So per capita, like what do you say? You will get more focus from the professors. And another good thing is like if you see for PhDs, right? So PhDs will have to get funding. So there are mostly two populars. One is through through GateJRF or NetJRF. And NetJRF in its current state is not providing very good dispersal of scholarship because it has a lot of delays and you have to take signatures from your professors time to time. But here, actually, we get paid before the next month begins. So maybe around 28th of this month, we will get our salaries.
Okay.
And also the contingency is much more higher than what net or gate JRF does give. And another better thing in TIFR is like all the equipments that are there, we can handle them ourselves. We don't need any what do you say technician to have this. But like in my perspective, I think if we get to have a one-to-one interaction with the equipment which we are using, then I think we have a better sense of responsibility, also better sense of like what do you say better sense of connecting with the research.
Yeah.
So, for example, in my project, I had to use the NMR. I myself used the NMR. I loaded the sample, then used it. So I think that was a very great thing that TIFR provides. Compared to IITs, I think IITs all have a technician, if I am not wrong.
Operator is there. Yeah.
Yeah, operator is there. So that is my perspective, and it is completely debatable.
Okay. What is your area of interest? Like, what topic are you currently working on, and what do you aim to do your PhD in?
Yeah, so my interest mostly comes from the things that I can actually see and are more of application based. So, what I like is working on something that has an application. So, under my first project, I have worked under Professor Pavitra K. Nayak's labs. So, in his lab, I have synthesized a organic dopant, that is N-type dopant, for different semiconductor and OPV, organic photovoltaics applications. So now that project is, I have wrapped it up. Then I will be working on project A2 under Professor TNN Narayanan's lab. So in his lab, I will be working on batteries and interfaces of catalysis. So electrocatalysis mostly. So I'll see like what project he gives me, and I'll be working on that.
So, do you plan on doing your PhD from TIFR only, or do you plan to take an exit after MSc?
So currently, I plan to complete my PhD from TIFR because, since I will be having a continuum on this, and I think I can finish my PhD much earlier. Then let's see how it goes.
Yeah. And talking about the MSc exit, is there any example of the seniors who have taken exit and who have gone to the foreign universities from the TIFR Hyderabad? Do you know any of them?
Yeah, no, like I personally don't know, but it's not very rare that people are leaving. Some people have left and they went for foreign PhDs, or some have gone just back to their home and started doing business.
Okay.
So it's not necessary that people exit or they don't exit. It depends on their individual circumstances. So the option is there, but not everyone chooses it. Then also people who finish their PhD go for postdocs in foreign, or even some get into professorship as soon as they finish their PhD.
Okay. Okay. And what are the academic prospects after doing the INT PhD course from TIFR Hyderabad? Like, what can a
Yes.
student get into? Yeah.
Yeah, so actually there are a lot of perspectives. The main thing is like after PhD you can go for a professorship, but the thing is in current market, I think it has become very competitive, and people at least need at least one postdoc for getting a professorship. So what they do is like finish the PhD and go for a postdoc, and then they try for a professorship. Now, coming for industry, there are also like if your work is with industry, since like TIFR is in Hyderabad, TIFR Hyderabad is in Hyderabad. So if you go for some biological aspects, then I think you can also get work in pharmaceutical companies, or if you work for semiconductor, then semiconductor industry, and like there are a lot of industrial exposure. And another thing is like it's also a tech hub. So if you are going for something like computational chemistry, so there is also perspective for you to go for a job that is in tech. But the thing is, the institute won't provide you for any placement. That's up to
Yeah.
your own personal interest.
Okay, so that was all about the academic and research environment at TIFR Hyderabad. Please share with us what is the social and the what is the how is the life at TIFR Hyderabad other than the academics? How is the institute? What are the uh, accommodation and dining facilities, and how is that? Please share with us.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's a very small circle of people. So the thing is, there are approximately 300 people in the TIFR Hyderabad total. So the thing is, the social circle will be small, but you won't have much time to get involved with a lot of social things because the workload is quite good, like not good, quite heavy. So the thing is, at one point you may know everyone in the institute. So but the thing is, they uh, like you can manage actually. But the thing is, if you come from a very large campus and suddenly if you come to TFR, then it's a bit difficult to adjust at the beginning. And the thing is, the hostel facilities are the best. I think like they have attached washrooms and kitchen. Then like initially when I came there, like wasn't any space in hostel, so they accommodated us in apartments. So apartments were also very good. Like for my apartment, we got to one BHK, and two people are sharing, and it has a very good kitchen, and washrooms is also very good. Now, coming to other things, it has a football ground, and we can also play badminton, and other sport facilities are also there. But the only thing is, like the social circle is a bit small. Apart from that, I think it is quite okay for us to survive a PhD in TIFR.
Okay, so since we have covered most of the academic and non-academic questions and about the preparation of the interviews and the written exams and about the research areas and life at TIFR, if Arindam, you would like to share three or four tips for the students who are either writing the exam or appearing for the interview or planning to join TIFR Hyderabad, if you would like to say something to them.
Yeah, so in summary, I will just like to say if you're giving the exam, then I won't tell you to like what do you say, read very in like the thing is TIFR exam is very unique. So actually, you can't prepare for it as such. Like what you can do is like study basic things every day and just try to connect what they are asking and try to focus a bit more on mathematics and graphs. Then if you're preparing for interview, definitely one thing must is a graph, then the topic that you have chosen, and just be yourself. That's good enough. And like you have to try to connect things that they are showing at you, and definitely the IFR professors are very good and they will definitely help you during the interviews. Then if you get selected, then it's up to you, right? Then but the one thing is there is like TIFR, if you enter TIFR, you have to be equally competent enough to the level of PhD people. Because they would already have studied extra 2 years than you, which but the coursework that you will be having will be same. So you'll be giving the same exam. I'm not telling that the coursework is actually what like competitive, but what I'm telling is like you have to understand what's going on the class, right? So a bit of extra hard work is necessary for understanding those classes, but definitely the professors are very helpful. And I think that's all I had to say, and I would like to thank Javier for giving this opportunity once again. He's doing a very great work for all you guys that are preparing for this exam. And as you already would have seen, there are very less content that is available for this topic, and it's a very great initiative that he's taken even between all his busy schedule.
Okay, so thank you so much, Arindam, for taking out time and sharing with us your invaluable experience and the information regarding the TIFR, the life and the how is the research over there. Since we have come to an end of this podcast, I would like to thank you. And if any of the audience has any questions, they can drop them in the comment section, and I'm sure Arindam will answer them. And till then, stay tuned and keep watching. I'll see you in the next episode of the Learners Podcast. Thank you and bye bye.